In the olden days, when the moon still listened to the cries of women and the trees whispered secrets to the wind, there lived a girl named Abena. Abena was beauty itself. Her skin shone like fresh palm oil under the morning sun. Her lips were soft and pink like flower petals after rain. Her eyes were sharp and beautiful like a cat's, and whenever she walked through the village, heads stand before her feet even touched the ground. The women admired her. The men desired her. And her parents. Oh, they loved her beyond reason. Abena was their only child, born after many years of waiting and prayers. Her father was the richest farmer in the village. His barns overflowed with yam and maize, and his land stretched farther than the eyes could see. Because of this, Abena grew up never hearing the word no. But beauty without humility is like a calabash with a crack. No matter how beautiful it looks, one day it will spill everything inside. Abena knew she was beautiful, and slowly, pride entered her heart like smoke entering a hut. When young men came to ask for her hand in marriage, she mocked them openly. This one is too short. That one is too dark. That one's teeth look like broken corn. And this poor farmer thinks he deserves me. The villagers would shake their heads in disappointment. She is beautiful, they whispered, but her mouth is sharper than a hunter's knife. Years passed. Then Abena turned 20. Her parents decided to organize the grandest celebration the village had ever seen. Drums echoed through nearby towns. Palm wine flowed like river water. Goats were slaughtered. Women danced from sunrise till nightfall. And news spread everywhere. The beautiful daughter of the rich farmer will choose a husband on her 20th birthday. Men traveled from distant villages just to see her. Some came with gold. Some came with cows. Some came with promises of wealth. But far away, deep inside the evil forest where sunlight feared to enter, something else heard the news. A spirit. Sasebonsam. The creature smiled when he heard the hunter speaking of Abena's beauty. Its long claws curled slowly. A woman whose pride blinds her heart, it whispered, is easy to deceive. On the day of the celebration, the entire village froze when a stranger arrived. He rode in like royalty. Tall. Handsome. Smooth dark skin. Rich robes. A voice as calm as flowing water. Even the elders stared in amazement. And Abena. The moment her eyes landed on him, her heart surrendered. For the first time in her life, she found no fault in a man. I will marry him, she declared immediately. Her parents were overjoyed. The villagers celebrated. And before the next sunset, the marriage rites were performed. Nobody knew the truth. Nobody knew that the handsome prince was not a man. He was Sasebonsam. That very night, he took Abena away. Far away. Beyond the rivers. Beyond the hills. Beyond the places human beings dared to travel. Into the evil forest. At first, Abena saw nothing strange. The house was beautiful. The food was plentiful. Servants attended to her. Her husband spoke gently and showered her with gifts. So she ignored the strange sounds at night. She ignored the cries that echoed through the trees. She ignored the way birds fled whenever her husband stepped outside. Years passed. But something was wrong. Abena never visited home. No child came from her womb. And nobody from her village ever heard from her again. Her parents cried for her often. Some villagers believed she was dead. Others said she had abandoned them because of pride. Meanwhile, deep in the forest, another creature watched everything. Announce. The old trickster. The keeper of secrets. One afternoon, Sasebonsam left home before sunset, leaving Abena alone for the first time in many days. As she swept the compound, strange birds landed on the roof above her. Then they began to sing. Abena does not know. Her father and mother are gone. She does not hear the funeral bells. She does not hear the crying women. She does not know. Abena froze. The broom slipped from her hand. Again, the bird sang the same sorrowful song. Fear entered her chest. "What are they saying?" she whispered. Just then, an ounce appeared from behind a tree. His old eyes looked at her with pity. "You truly do not know?" Abena shook her head slowly. Announce sighed deeply. Then he told her everything. Her parents had died many weeks ago. The village mourned her, believing she would never return. And worst of all, the man she married was no man at all. Announce pointed toward the shadows of the forest. "That husband of yours is Sasebonsam." Abena's blood turned cold. Her legs trembled. Suddenly, all the strange things she ignored began to make sense. The cries at night. The coldness in the house. The fear in the animals. The way no human visitors ever came. Tears filled her eyes. "I want to go home," she whispered. "Then run," Announce said quickly. "Run now before darkness falls. Once night enters this forest, even the spirits become afraid." Without wasting another moment, Abena fled. Barefoot. Crying. Branches tore her skin as she ran through the forest. The wind howled behind her like angry spirits chasing prey. Every sound made her heart pound. She ran until her legs could barely move. And just before sunset, she finally reached another town. Human beings. Real human beings. Abena collapsed at their feet, shaking with fear. The villagers took pity on her. They fed her, clothed her, and helped her find the road back to her home village. Days later, Abena finally returned home. But home no longer felt like home. The compound was silent. Her parents were gone. Their graves stood quietly beneath the trees. Abena fell to the ground and cried with all the pain inside her chest. The same villagers she once mocked now looked at her with sorrow. Some wept for her. Others shook their heads. And the elders made a decision. She would never return to that forest again. Because if she disappeared once more, nobody would ever find her. And that, elders say, is why, in the olden days, families were careful about marrying their daughters to strangers from distant lands. Because when a woman marries too far from home, the road back may disappear forever.